This video contains terrible humor, mispronunciations, horrible grammar, flashing lights, dead bodies, blood, and sensitive topics.
So the other day I was watching Pinocchio and I thought, you know what? I could kick his ass. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hi, I'm John, and welcome to my list of Disney characters I could beat in a fight. Part 1. Rules. No weapons. However, if they have weapons, I have the same weapons as them. 1-to-1 combat, unless I can beat them as a group. Base stats, no alt versions. The fight is held during the events of the movie. Fight till death or yielding. The fight is held at the back rooms level 1, also known as the lobby. Only animated characters. And no animals who are just animals, unless I really want to. And only major characters. Or not, but don't go expecting that very specific side character to be in here. Not all movies are gonna be in this list, so again, don't go expecting that very specific cult classic Disney movie from 1941 to be in this list. It might not, it isn't. Part 1, The Golden Age. In 1934, Walter Elias Disney, a young cartoonist and an avid fan of fairy tales, and not so much an avid fan of Jewish people, put out his first feature film inspired by the fairy tale Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, named Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So let's start off with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So starting off, Snow White. Snow White is just a girl. She's 14. I could beat a 14-year-old girl if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I could, and I win. Now for the Seven Dwarfs. Happy, kick in the face. Bashful, kick in the face. Sleepy, kick in the face. Grumpy, kick in the face. Sneezy, kick in the face. Dopey, he would chew my ankles off, and I would die from bleeding, and we'd be making noises while he do it, like, because he's a scrumptious little creature. Doc, that man would sneak attack me from the bath and choke me till I'm dead until I'm dead. And now for the evil queen, the queen of evil herself, the evil queen. Things will go a little bit differently, because she's the first character in our list with a weapon. And what weapon that might be, you may ask? Well, her looks. Nah, just messing with you. The poison apple.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And yeah, you might think that's not a weapon, but it didn't kill Snow White, but it put her to sleep for a long time until some guy kissed her and awake her. So that's a weapon. So here's how the fight would go. I would whip kick her, making her fall to the ground, and then I would step on her face and force feed the poison apple to her, and no one would ever kiss her because she's ugly, stupid, and she would die. And lastly, the grown-ass man who kisses unconscious underage girls in the forest, the prince. Yeah, I kick his ass. 6 years later, Walter Disney introduced the world to the little wooden brat we all know as
Pinocchio!
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
who originally was meant to be way more unlikable. I'm not sure how they could do that, but you know, sure. Anyways, let's start with the little shit himself, Pinocchio. I'd kick him in the knees, breaking them, and then I'd remove his arms, and then remove his head, and maybe for fun, use his arms as golf clubs and hit his head with it. Now for the so-called father of this dubious little creature, Geppetto. And, you know, you would think that he's just some old guy, and because of that, it would be very easy to destroy him. However, he is a wood carver, so not only he has extremely strong hands, but he's also very precise with them. But none of that matters, because look at those giant, long Pete Davidson-like legs. That man would just stomp him to death. Jiminy Cricket is a cricket. Stomp. The blue fairy, differently from other fairies like Tinkerbell, which could get fucked up by a mosquito, is not only human-sized, but also one of Disney's most powerful fairies and an extremely prolific magic user. She cast a spell on me, turning me into bubbles, like how the fairy godmother dies in Shrek 2. And yeah, I die. Now, if you think that Pinocchio sucks, then get ready for this douche, Lampwick. The little huge ass that turns into one plays dirty. He has that British vibe that tells me he would just shank me to death and I wouldn't even notice. Now for the actual villains of the story. Starting off with Nick Wilde's coke addict cousin and crypto enthusiast, Honest John. This human-sized furry would think it has the upper hand on me and most likely try to trick me. I, however, would pretend to fall for his attempts to trick me, and when he least expect, I would kick him in the nuts and then punch him in the guts, and then in his stupid fox face. Then he would try to choke me and, maybe win. But I would once again kick him in the nuts, which in case you didn't know, are very large in foxes, and then I would push him. And as he is on the floor, I would pull his tail until he eventually yields. Mangiafuoco, which is a character with a very Italian name, which I probably pronounced incorrectly, and who would also simply fall on top of me and then flatten me like a paper. Look at the size of that man. And finally, for the big bad himself, the coachman, who I low-key think might be a pedophile with a pinch of zoophile in there, and who also dresses just like Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Anyways, he has a whip, so therefore, I would also have a whip. So agility is the game here. I run very fast and zigzag around him, and then I jump on top of him, go to his back, and choke him with my whip. Just a year later, the first feature film starring Walt Disney's persona, The Mouse of Mickey, was released. Fantasia is a movie with too many characters, so here are the ones I chose to fight. Michael Mouse, the rat, would get kicked down on his head and then I would kick him until he yields or die. He's only 2.5 feet tall, that's shorter than a minion. I would be so fast he wouldn't have time to do shit. Yen-Sid is another clever idea of the egomaniac Walt Disney himself. What's Yen-Sid backward? Disney. Fuck you, Walter. Anyways, he would turn me into an egg or something and then drop me. The magic brooms are brooms who are magic. I grab them by the head and then hit them against the wall. Finally, Chernabog, told to be Satan himself. On the same year, Disney released a movie about accepting others' differences and respecting all, where they disrespected other cultures and did racism. Yay? No. Well, I guess the 40s were a different era where you could be racist and get away with it. Or, oh, Hitler was doing that and he started World War II. Oh, yeah, never mind. Oh, it was the genocide thing. Anyways, here'd I would kill Dumbo. I would take his stupid little hat and put it inside his throat, then jump on his back, and while holding his trunk, I would simply make a knot using it, suffocating him, and making him die. Alternatively, he would just stomp me to death. Miss Jumbo and every single other elephant in the movie or in real life would just stomp me to death. However, the pink elephants are not real, but I am.
Am I? Are you? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Mr. Stork has a stupid, skinny, thin neck with no girth at all. Look at him. I strangle that big, dumb stork to death until he's dead. Casey Jr., that's a whole S train. Now for the humans. The Brady kids and Smitty. Punch in the face, dodge, 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 sweep kick, stomp in the stomach, stomp in the stomach, stomp in the stomach, stomp on the stomach, stomp on the stomach. The clowns. I'm too scared to think about this one. Maybe they would gang bang me and then cream pie me. As in, they would team up and then throw pies at my face until I'm dead. Then they would gangbang me and come all over my body. Finally, the crows. I don't want to talk about the crows. Hello everyone, I forgot to talk about Timothy Q. Mouse. I step on him. I'm out of ideas for transitions, so let's talk about Bambi. I'm punching that deer in the face so hard, and then I'm punching that deer in the face so hard, and then I'm punching that deer in the face. Now for Bambi's love interest, Feline. What would happen is that I would punch that deer in the face so hard, and then I will punch that deer in the face so hard, and then I'll punch that deer. Thumper. I'm stepping on the rabbit so hard, and then it's dead. Flower, however, would fart on my face, and that might fuck me up for a couple of seconds, and then I'm stomping on that skunk so hard, and then Friend Owl. Punch in the face, then it falls to the ground, then I'm stepping on that owl so hard, and I'm stepping on that owl so hard, and then I'm stepping on that owl so hard, and then I'm stepping on that owl. The great prince of the forest probably would be pissed that I killed his son, so he would headbutt me real hard and kill me. His wife, however, is dead, so I would probably beat her in the fight. And the guy who'd kill her, he has a gun, so he would kill me.